I would say it's a little bit luxury thing, so it's not so easy to replace, and especially for kids. Yeah, but I'm always against that thing that parents choose instead of like they choose for kids. They have.
Isn't that what you're doing when you're putting them in a system of exploitation, abuse, and slaughter of animals? What's your name?
Stanislav.
Sta-
Stanislav.
Stanislav. Nice to meet you, Stanislav. What about you?
Christina.
Christina. Nice to meet you. Okay, I'm gonna turn this around. I'm gonna ask you what you think about this, okay?
What do you think about it?
No.
Animal abuse should be legal. Do you agree?
No.
Why not?
Because it's animals.
So what if it's animals?
Ну, кажи.
Не знаю.
He loves animals, and he actually can't watch movies when he sees that it's something wrong with animals, or they will be injured, or they miss someone, or they look like they are sad or something like that. So we can't watch such movies. And he always say that animals are even better than people because they are more trustful.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay. So you agree that cats or dogs should not be abused?
Yeah.
What about cows, chickens, pigs? These
Thing.
same thing. Do you consume any animal products? And I'm not judging here, but do you?
Yeah, we love meat.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think in the production of these animal products, animals get abused?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been working as a state inspector for food
Put this
industry,
one down.
in food industry, and yeah, I have been watching many things, and I know how, for example, the chicken nuggets are produced, and such a way that it's total abuse for them. Yeah, so they don't have lives. They don't see. They never been outdoors and just.
Yeah. And even if they were outdoors, right, taking their life for something that is optional to us, wouldn't you say it's abusive?
I mean, it doesn't look nice. Yeah, even I love meat. I'm originally from Ukraine, and
Yeah.
we love meat. We didn't came to that point to be vegetarian because, yeah, we always fight for surviving. So when you think how to survive, you don't think that it's what is bad or good for nature or for animals. You know, it's different.
Yeah, in a survival situation is different. I get it. But are you in a survival situation right now?
No, actually, I wouldn't consider it like that. But nowadays and before, I always was against hunting by itself as a pleasure. You know, like many people, see it as a pleasure. So I'm totally against it. So I see that you can use meat only in doses which are needed for you to live a life.
Oh, but none of it is needed. Because anything that we can get from meat, we can get from plants, or we can supplement it. So then anything that meat or any animal product gives us can easily be supplemented.
Yeah, but it's I would say it's a little bit luxury thing, so it's not so easy to replace, and especially for kids. I do believe in it. I don't know. I don't have I'm engineer, so I don't have education in that field. But what I read and what I know, it's working in food industry for 6 years. It's possible to replace, but it's not so easy. So, for example, you can replace meat with beans, with special, not special, but it's like hard to get
soy,
fruits and
chunks.
vegetables.
Yeah.
Certain things. But for example, for him to eat beans, it's possible, but you need to. I guess not for kids, but for adults, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, it's possible also for kids. There's several out there research out there that shows that it's doable also for kids. And there's even vegan children nowadays who grew up vegan from the start and they have no problem.
Interrupting Chip here. After looking into a lot of details regarding children and diet, I want to make some things clear. Children can 100% be vegan and thrive on a plant-based diet. However, it is important that that diet is supplemented properly and that it is well planned. Of course, that isn't something to be said only about plant-based diets. The reality is that parents have the responsibility to give their children a healthy and nutritious diet, rich in all the required micronutrients that facilitate growth and development. And that usually requires planning and supplementing, regardless if the diet is plant-based or animal-based.
Yeah, but I'm always against that thing that parents choose instead of like they choose for kids. They have.
Isn't that what you're doing when you're putting them in a system of exploitation, abuse, and slaughter of animals?
I mean, yeah, you ask a hard question. It's hard to answer. You know, yeah. The way how you ask, it's hard to say. Yeah.
Because that's the reality. The reality is that the system was built up to some point because we needed it. Then people starting making money from it, and now it's just a money-making machine. We don't need it anymore, and people choose it out of convenience, out of brainwashing, because they've been told that, oh, you need it, or that it's healthy for you, or any of it. Like, even if any of that is true, it doesn't erase the fact that these animals go through exploitation, abuse, and slaughter.
Yeah, I agree with that. But again, I would say that for surviving, you need meat, but not in this.
Well, that's not what science says.
Yeah. Okay.
And by the way, I'm also studying to be a certified nutritionist, and I can tell you that there's no mention that we need animal products at all.
But how did we live before? Like for many centuries, and how did we live? We ate meat.
But nowadays we have readily available options, not in order to not ever need animal products again, right? Do you guys live here in Netherlands?
No, we visit actually because tomorrow is my birthday, so we decided we live in Sweden.
Nice, happy birthday, Sweden. Well, Sweden, there's a lot of options in Sweden. All of Europe.
Yeah.
I don't know about Ukraine because Ukraine is not in the European Union, but all of European Union and Sweden, I don't know, it's kind of weird
in Ukraine,
status.
we also have many options, but I don't live there anymore. So I live in Sweden. In Sweden, we have so
there's
many
a lot of
options.
options,
Even
right?
at his school, he has option for kids to eat vegetarian food. Sometimes he chooses vegetarian food because it's more tasty for some reason.
But let me put it this way, because vegetarians also exploit and abuse animals. If you were to, do you know about anything about the dairy industry, for example?
About?
The dairy industry, the industry that produces milk, cheese, all of this.
I mean, not probably so deep as you know.
Why do you think cows produce milk? Why do you think cows produce milk? Well, I'll ask you. Why do you think cows produce milk?
I don't know.
Yeah, so cows are mammals. They're just like us. They produce milk when they have babies. So what farmers do is they forcefully impregnate them. That's which is already, I would say, abusive. It's sexual abuse. But moving aside from that, what do you think happens? I won't describe the procedure because I don't know how old you are, so I'll try to keep it PG.
Okay.
When the baby is born, what do you think happens to the babies?
Yeah, they want milk.
They want the milk, but the milk has to go for human consumption, so they get separated from their mother most of the times on day one, on the day they're born. They never see their mother again. If they're male, they go to a slaughterhouse because they don't produce milk. If they're female, they get put into the same cycle as their mothers, year over year, forceful impregnation, for 6 to 8 years, when they can no longer be easily impregnated. And then the farmer says you have to go to a slaughterhouse also. And they can live up to 20 years, so then even half their life they don't live. So wouldn't you say that's extremely abusive?
I mean, yes. Yes, it sounds abusive.
So can you be against animal abuse while simultaneously supporting animal abuse by paying for it?
Yeah, it's something we have to think about. But excuse me, it's too much for a 12 years old kid. We are going to walk, and thank you so much. You ask right questions.
Yeah, I'll give you some cards to look more into it. I would say, especially if you're young, I sit and talk to a lot of people here on the street, and most people, the biggest justification that most people bring is that they've been brought up into this system that that it's hard for them because they started eating animal products as young.
Yeah, as I explained to you, I'm from Europe, I'm from Eastern Europe.
Yeah, so I'm from Romania, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get it. I know what you mean.
In my childhood, when you eat meat, it's special occasion only.
Yeah.
So you don't have it every day. You don't have it every week. You don't have it on weekends. You don't have it once per month even. You had it only special occasion like Easter, Christmas, or something.
But nowadays, even that we can't justify, right? Because we have readily available options, and taking even one animal's life per year for something that we don't need is still wrong, isn't it?
I mean,
Like, what if you were in their shoes? Would you want somebody to take your life just because they like the taste of your flesh?
I mean, I believe I will be a butterfly in my next life. So
Yeah.
I will
Oh,
see
you believe in reincarnation?
somehow.
All the more reasons then to be vegan, right? Because you didn't, if you come as a farm
But
animal.
no one eats butterflies. Yeah, they live maximum 45 days. And
So after turning vegan, I realized one thing, and that is that we as humans exploit all animals, butterflies including probably, in all sorts of ways that you can't even possibly imagine. So the only way is to not participate in any of this is to be vegan. So
it's something we need to think about. Thank you so much.
let me give you a card
Yeah.
just before you go.
Yeah.
If you scan this code or go
Yeah.
on this website, they'll ask you to type a code, type in this code.
Yeah.
Set it to English because I don't know what language it will come up, and
Yeah.
watch the most important speech you'll ever hear.
I'm going to challenge your belief systems today, so certain parts of the speech will be intense.
We will do it.
It's for both of you. It's not gruesome. Maybe from time to time he will show, like after 10 minutes or something. But I urge you to watch just to learn about eggs, about dairy, because you didn't know. And the first thing is getting informed. And if you choose that you don't want to be part of it, Challenge 22, they hook you up with a nutritionist, send you vegan recipes every day. All of it is free, and you have so many resources there.
It's a lot of information.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Watch the most important speech you'll ever hear. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good one. And you have my social media also there. Bye.